Have you ever looked up and seen the sky dance? A ghostly glow, green, purple, even crimson, twisting and flickering across the stars, as if the heavens themselves were alive. It moves in silence, with a grace no words can capture. This is the Northern Lights, also known as the Aurora Borealis. But what are they really? A natural wonder? A cosmic accident? Or a message from something beyond? For centuries, people stared at the sky and wondered, why does the Earth glow? Long before we had science, we had stories, and every culture that witnessed the lights created its own mythology. The Vikings believed it was the armor of the Valkyries, divine warrior maidens, riding across the sky, guiding fallen soldiers to the afterlife in Valhalla. Every flicker of light, the flash of a sword. Every wave, the breath of a god. Far to the north, the Sami people of Lapland believed the lights were alive. They feared them. Whistling at them or mocking them was said to bring disaster. They told children, stay quiet, show respect, or the lights might come down and take you. In Finland, a magical Arctic fox was to blame, sprinting through the snowy hills, its tail brushing the snow, sending sparks into the sky. That's why they call them revontulet, or foxfires. And across the Atlantic, the Inuit of Alaska and northern Canada believed the lights were the spirits of their ancestors. They were playful, watching over the living, laughing as they danced above the tundra. To the ancient Chinese, they were dragons battling in the heavens. To the Native American Mandan tribe, they were the fires of distant tribes in the far north, celebrating life and death. So many cultures, so many myths, all looking at the same sky and seeing something divine. But centuries later, as science began to rise, so did the questions. Why did the lights only appear in certain places? Why only in the north, and sometimes the south? And why? Did they seem to come from nowhere? The truth, it turns out, begins with a star, the one we orbit every single day. The sun, a fiery ball of nuclear energy, 93 million miles away. It looks calm from Earth, but it's not. It's a violent, unpredictable giant, and every so often, it erupts. Huge explosions, called solar flares and coronal mass ejections, send waves of charged particles speeding toward Earth at millions of miles per hour. When these particles reach Earth, our magnetic field, like an invisible shield, protects us. It pushes the particles toward the poles, where the magnetic force is weakest. There, high in the atmosphere, these charged particles slam into atoms of oxygen and nitrogen. The atoms absorb the energy, then release it as light. Green when they hit oxygen at lower altitudes. Red when they hit it higher up. Blue and purple from nitrogen. It's as if the air itself begins to glow. And what we see is a curtain of color, a river of light, a storm of particles made beautiful. But don't be fooled by the beauty, because behind the spectacle lies danger. In 1859, the world experienced the most powerful geomagnetic storm in recorded history, the Carrington event. Telegraph systems sparked, wires melted, some operators were electrocuted, and the northern lights were seen as far south as Cuba and Hawaii. If a storm like that hit today, it could cripple our satellites, knock out power grids, shut down global communication, and still, in all its chaos, the aurora remains silent. No sound, no warning, just a flicker, a wave, and then it's gone. In recent years, photographers and scientists have traveled to the Arctic Circle to study and capture this phenomenon. Cameras can reveal colors and shapes our eyes miss. Satellites track solar flares in real time. And still, there's something we can't explain. Why do some lights spiral while others ripple like water? Why do some vanish in seconds and others linger for hours? Some say we've answered the questions, but maybe we've only begun to ask the right ones, because no scientific model, no solar map can replace the awe of standing under that sky. Frozen air in your lungs, silence all around, and above you, the Earth dreaming in color. That's the Aurora Borealis, nature's most mysterious performance, and it's been playing for thousands of years, for anyone who dares to look up.